The Flyers are, they don't really pay us for anything. Again, we're doing this, a lot of it is, for the most part, charity, but the Flyers, they do give us a little stack of vouchers, and it works out to about 4 tickets for every game. And being a mile away from the stadium, I can't think of a better way to spend an evening at the ballpark. We've been blessed this year for the most part. The weather has been decent. I don't think we just had that one postponement about 2 weeks ago. But otherwise, it's a great atmosphere. Love being there. And I'm one of these guys, too, that I just can't sit there and watch the game. I have to score it. So I sit there with my score sheets and inning by inning, player by player. And naturally, part of it is when you get, I guess, when you get somewhat that involved with the game, you find yourself cheering a lot and everything. So, oh yeah, we're the loud, obnoxious ones that sit up in Section E and yell at the players for get a hit, yeah, hurt the baseball, or yep, if it's the pitcher, come on, throw strikes. Always try to. Hopefully, we've been able to keep it positive too. I always try to encourage the guys. You don't want to criticize anybody. That's not our job. That's what they have coaches for.
We don't just go to Alexian Field. We go on the road too, don't we?
Where do you guys go on the road?
We've been to Gary so far this year. We've been to Joliet this year. We have been to Kansas City, but we have not been this year. But yeah, we like to go on the road.
Vince, what's it like having people that care about you like this come to the games, and when you look up, you almost feel like you always have fans there?
It makes it a lot easier. I remember being in college and even some in high school. My family's always been really supportive of myself and my brothers. And the weird thing is I can remember as I was getting older, you could always hear your mom. I could always hear my mom. I could always hear my dad. It's just that, there could be 20,000 people there and I hear their voice. And my grandmother, she's got one of those distinctive voices too. So it's almost like ever since college, I find myself, before the game starts, I'm searching the crowd to make sure they're there, And Roger is now that distinctive voice replacing my dad, and Mary's replacing mom and grandma. It just makes it a lot easier to play, to know that, that people support you, because I've been in situations where, I remember one year I played out in California, and we didn't get many fans. We kind of had a host family program, but it wasn't as nice as this one, and it was kind of like they were your host family, and they saw you didn't stay with them, nothing like this. So we'd be at the games and be really quiet, and you're like, man, I just wish I knew somebody here, So it's definitely a lot easier. It just makes you feel a little more comfortable, and you feel like even if, things are going bad, that there's a couple people that still support you.
When our son was growing up, there were a lot of people through the church, through the school district, that I think looked out for him, took care of him. And he's gone, okay. Now it's our turn to give back. And this is something that we need to, there are fellows like Vince that need a situation like this where it's helpful to them. And again, folks took care of our son. Now it's our turn to take care of someone else's son.